Today in Hypixel Skyblock, we're gonna be taking a look at the most expensive fire sale. And if you don't know what fire sales are, they pretty much come every week with different items, and they are skins for various items like pets, helmets, or orbs. And it's one of the best ways that players go pay to win in the game. It's better than buying booster cookies often. And today we'll look at the most expensive fire sales in Hypixel Skyblock, and some of them will blow you away. But I think first, let's take a look at the ones that were the most expensive in terms of gems, and then later we're also gonna find out the value of one gem into dollars, see how much profit did some people make potentially. But anyways, the most expensive ones that we have seen in fire sales yet have been actually barn skins for your garden. And that's right, some of them are crazy expensive because well, there's been 4 of them in total. All of them were 2,000 gems, and the very first one that was added was the frog barn skin. This one cost 169 million with the lowest price. Of course, it's worth to mention, it's the first barn skin that was added to the gem shop, hence why it's so expensive. And you will see a trend that the most expensive ones are typically the most rare ones, aka the first ones of some pack or the first ones ever overall. But anyways, the next one was Jerry Barn skin, which is now going for about 39 million. Then we got a pin wheelhouse barn skin, which is 19.2 million, very cheap. However, it doesn't look the best maybe as well. And then also mushroom barn skin, which is the latest one, and that's 47.5 million. Now, to be honest, I wouldn't be buying a skin for my barn because I kind of like the garden level 15 one. It feels like such a big achievement, but definitely the frog barn skin and the Jerry barn skin are pretty amazing. But before we go any further, let's go into the shop and look at the Skyblock gems, and let's find out how much is one gem actually worth. So it looks like $1 will get you about 112 gems if you buy the lowest package. Of course, with the larger one, you would ultimately end up saving money. And of course, if you use code PowerOwner, you do end up getting a little discount as well, and it does support me in the midst of this as well. And on a real note, I really appreciate everyone that's used code PowerOwner so far. You guys are truly legends. It does actually support me a lot. But anyways, from these calculations, $1 is 112 gems, right? So let's see how much is the barn skin worth. It's about $17.7. And let's say if you bought the frog skin, which now you can sell for 169 million, well, that means your $1 was equivalent to 9.5 million. Honestly, that's pretty crazy to think about, considering that right now, even though the booster cookie prices are very high up there, well, take a look at this. Right now, booster cookie, 325 Skyblock gems, so I guess that's around about $3. Would get you about 8.6 million, which is still very good, by the way. Don't get me wrong, it's very good. But let's talk about the most expensive items, not in terms of gems, but in terms of their resale value, because some of them have literally skyrocketed, and you'll be surprised to find out how much some of the skins are. So as mentioned before, few things to look out for in terms of fire sale and seeing its success is, well, maybe the age of it, if it came out in the early days when it was firstly added into the server, or if it was the very first, I don't know, pet skin, helmet skin, whatever it may be. Now, I believe the very first helmet skin is Admiral, and this skin costed only 650 Skyblock gems, and now you could buy it for 42 million. So that's $5.7, meaning that your dollar was equivalent to 7.2 million. But of course, it wasn't always worth 42 million. At first, it was about, looks like 3 million. And now, of course, it's definitely up there. Now, let's not forget that Hypixel Skyblock has definitely been hit with an inflation, meaning the prices have definitely gone up, and I think we'll see this trend for the rest of the skins as well. However, this is nothing compared to the next items that we're about to reveal. The very first pet skin in this case, for instance, is the aquamarine rabbit skin, and yep, it's 100 million coins. Now, does somebody actually pay that price? Well, that's a whole different question, but 100 million for 650 Skyblock gems is pretty surreal. But if you thought that's a lot, oh boy, you are wrong. I think one of the most expensive skins ever is the Twilight Tiger skin. That's right, this skin is right now 1.5 or 1.15 billion. Yeah, that's a billion with a B. And it's not the first time it reaches that price. It went up to 1.45 billion. What the heck is this? And over the last year and two, I guess it's the lowest price has been about $500 million for it. And now it's again skyrocketing. We might see around this same price point again, which is pretty crazy. But looking at the history of it, well, yeah, it's definitely been very cheap. I guess it has exchanged through a lot of people, but I wonder if somebody has held on to it since the beginning. However, this skin was slightly more expensive, so you paid about $12 for it. So let's quickly do the maths on it, because I think it must be insane. So let's try to get the right amount of zeros here. Is this the right amount? It does look like it. All right. And that means $1 is equivalent to almost 96 million coins. Wait, this is actually pretty crazy. But that's not the only crazy one. There's one skin with a very similar price point. However, it was only 650 gems. And that is the Cool Rock skin. Now, there's only one of them, so it's hard to tell if that's the real price. There are a couple of other crazy ones like that, like Neon Green, 574 million. Neon Red, for a sheep pet by the way, 900 million. Neon Blue, 924 million, but they're also singularly, so I'm not sure if that's anywhere close to the real price. Maybe it's just listed there, but it is crazy to see what kind of prices there are. Now, of course, my personal favorite from the latest ones is Bloom skin, for instance. As you can see, the price is pretty decent, 31 million. It did cost 1,350 Skyblock gems, which is pretty crazy. But it's a very beautiful one, and it's for a Fermento set. And considering that I'm doing so much farming, me gusta. But yeah, these have been some of the most expensive fire sales. If you have seen something more expensive, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm really curious to find out. But I think the Twilight must be one of the highest ones. I mean, there are so many different fire sales that been there. So I hope I didn't miss any. Let me know in the comments down below if I did. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this.